For the win! Yes! Yes! Oh! Unbelievable!
All right, we're back. Sharpsiders here. We're going to break down the Sweet 16. I'm Jay Daniels. I got Eddie Wayne with me. We're going to go region to region, go over game by game. We're going to tell you who we like. We're going to tell you who we don't like. And we're going to try to help you guys out when you're picking your teams today. This episode, we're going to talk about the Midwest and the East. Next episode, we're going to talk about the West and the South. So, Eddie, first one, let's talk about the Midwest. Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Kentucky, West Virginia. I mean, can Kentucky continue it?
I think they definitely continue it here. I don't see any way that West Virginia can even run with them. Both teams, I think West Virginia plays right into their strengths, really. They try to get up and down the court, which we all know Kentucky can do. West Virginia doesn't really have a lot of size, so I think that's really going to hurt them here. We all know that Kentucky is just loaded with size. I think I read a tweet earlier this week that they'd be one of the biggest teams in the NBA if they were in the NBA.
Yeah, well, you know, when
it's still a college team, so
yeah, when
I
your
think they're
average
definitely
height,
gonna have some issues with the size of Kentucky there.
yeah, well, when your average height is that of a small forward in the NBA, you're gonna dominate teams down low. So
I mean, yeah, you got guards that are 6'5". It's not going to be good for West Virginia.
yeah, and I mean Kentucky, they defend the basket, extremely well. It's going to be almost impossible for West Virginia to score on them. I mean, Cully Stein, he's a rim protector for them. So
yeah, I definitely think Kentucky moves on easily there.
all right, so then we'll move down to Notre Dame and Wichita State. Now I really like this Wichita State team. They play hard. They're a really good ball club right here. And I don't really see Notre Dame, sticking with them. I mean, it's a 7 versus 3, and you got to look at Wichita State's the favorite in this game. So that's definitely something. There's a reason why they're a favorite.
Lower seeds, just like we talked about on our last video. Lower seeds that are favorites. You better watch out for them.
Exactly. Wichita State. They can light it up. They always make that extra pass. So they always look for the open man. That's why they shoot the ball so well. So I think Wichita State takes this one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. I definitely think, Greg Marshall has his team playing together right now. And I think now that last year they came in the tournament as the number 1 seed, I think the pressure was on them a little bit more. This year coming in as 7 seed, I believe they are. A little less pressure on them. And I think, honestly, this team might actually be better than last year's team.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
like this team. As compared to last year's team, they're a year older. Most of their players returned. They didn't lose too much, and I think they thrive in that kind of underdog role, as we saw how they did with Kansas this week.
Exactly.
I think they definitely move on to play Kentucky, but we all know how that ends.
It's definitely something to be said when you beat the number 2 Kansas by 13 points. All right, so we'll move right over to the East now, and we have number 8 NC State playing for Louisville. So NC State's getting 2.5 points in this game. Last time I checked, they're playing over in Syracuse in your local town over there. So
yes, I will be there, and not any of the teams that I expected to see playing there are going to be playing there this week. So it's definitely, if you had this bracket right, hats off to you. I don't think anyone in the country predicted that East region to turn out the way it did. I know you and I said last week we didn't like Villanova that much. Was a little surprised they got knocked off that early, but I knew that that was definitely not the second best team in the country. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
They proved it last week.
Absolutely. I mean, I was on the NC State and the Villanova, and I actually sprinkled a little bit on the money line for them to win that game, so I was pretty happy about that. We'll move down to the next game. Now, this one is, if you got this one right, like you said, hats off to you, because this one is pretty amazing to me, is the Oklahoma-Michigan State game. Now, I didn't think Michigan State, I had no clue that they were going to beat Virginia. That was just one for the ages. I thought Virginia was getting to the Final Four easily. I mean, you and I both talked about this last video, but I didn't see Michigan State come out with the win there.
Absolutely not. And, that definitely killed me. I had a 16 parlay that was going to cash out nicely for me. Unfortunately, it was ruined pretty early in the day on Sunday when Virginia got knocked off by Michigan State. Was a little surprised by that. I really like Virginia's team. I think they're a great defensive team, but man, did Michigan State come to play?
Yes, they did.
That's one of those bets where you got to kind of just shake their hands and say, wow, they won. The better team won that day, that's for sure. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and it's definitely one of those games where Michigan State, they definitely deserve to win. They're the better team that day for sure.
If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, my name is Jay Daniels. I'll post a link right down below. I got Eddie Wayne. Also, I'll post a link right down below. If you'd like to purchase any of our picks, it's about $10 to $20 a pick. We like to keep it reasonable. We understand you guys want to make some money as well, not just fork out all your cash for a pick. You can contact us at our Yahoo account. It's sharpsiders@yahoo.com. Again, I'll post a link right down below.
That's one of the reasons we set our prices so low is that you guys are going out there spending $50 a pick. You're gonna have to hit close to 70% just to make any profit, unless you're betting close to $500 a game. We know that's not what most people usually bet. Most people a little lower than that. So we try to make it reasonable so you guys don't have to fork out everything to just to buy some picks. So we definitely want to share the knowledge. We got plenty of clients right now that have had a lot of success with us, and we just want to be able to continue in that success and share it with everyone else. So.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us today on Sharpsiders. And until next time, guys, happy betting and good luck.